Yes guys, finally back for a review. I do apologise for the delay. I'm currently living in a hotel at the minute. As you can tell, I've changed the background. We're just going to make it work because I'm obviously doing these reviews in a hotel room. That being said, this one is a summer banger. It's the Air Max Plus in this violet bloom colorway. Honestly, this one is crazy. So let's get these straight on foot and check them out. Now first things, these would have looked crazy with shorts. This is a perfect pair of shoes for the summer, but all my clothes are in storage. I've got obviously a few t-shirts, a few joggers, things like that, some cargos, so we have just sort of made this video work. I do apologise, it's a little bit dark in the clips as well. I've had to film this one after work. Things are just really busy at the minute, obviously, as you can imagine, with the move, things like that. But that being said, let's get straight into this pair and let's cover sizing. So sizing, I would go a half size up. I do feel with TNs, for me personally, now it is a preference, I like to just go a half size up. I've got wide feet. I find that little bit of extra room down the toe area is really nice. As I said, that is a preference though. I'd recommend maybe go to a shop first, try on a few pairs, and then you always get the right size for you. But half size up if you've got wide feet, you'll be absolutely fine. And then moving on to comfort, the TN for me is just such a comfortable shoe with that breathable mesh material. You've got a padded tongue, a padded ankle support. If you're looking for something comfortable, maybe everyday wear, something to wear for the gym, maybe even driving, TN won't let you down. It's just such a comfortable shoe. The Air Max Plus for me, I'd give maybe like an 8 out of 10. Those obviously that haven't picked one up before, I know a lot of you probably already have. But if you haven't picked one up, really comfortable shoe. Once you get your sizing right, as I said, maybe go a half size up if you've got wide feet. Once you get your sizing right, really comfortable shoe. So the release date on these, the 22nd of April for £175 in the UK. As of today though, they have actually all sold out. I think the only place you can get these in the UK is Collect, and they're like £225, something like that. I managed to pick my pair up on sneakers and stuff. That being said though, obviously that's not too much of a difference, about £50 extra on obviously on the resale market. But that being said, Nike actually released this pair as well. Now this is a Platinum Court, I believe it's the Platinum Court Blues. I'm going to do a separate review on this pair. I was going to combine them because they are obviously very similar. But that being said, separate review should be out within the next sort of like maybe 3 days. It's really hard around work, so just bear with. I thought I'd give something back to the TN viewers because obviously you guys love the TNs. I know some of you aren't the biggest fan, but just bear with because I've got a Air Max 1, the Dusty Cactus video going to be out in the next couple of days as well. So if you're not a fan of TNs, you already know on this channel I cover every single pair of shoes I can get my hands on. So just stay tuned because I've got more videos out this week. Now something I will say as well, you guys love to get in the comments and tell me obviously these are back on the Nike website, things like that. Obviously as soon as you let me know I can pin that comment. But as of the date of making this video, these have actually all sold out. But fingers crossed, there might be obviously a re-release. We're hoping for it anyway. But yeah, for you guys, currently this pair is sold out, but you can get them on Collect. If you're in the US or you're in Australia, I'm not too sure what place you would get them, maybe StockX, maybe Goat. But yeah, it's only about £50 above retail. but I'd probably say there should be a re-release. There usually is a re-release, so I would just hold tight, give it a month or so, you'd probably find this one in a re-release. And I think for this Platinum Court Blue, what we'll do is in the next video, we'll do like a comparison between the two, and then that way you guys can see maybe which one you want to get. I mean, you might not want to get either. You might not be a fan of TNs, that's absolutely fine. But for you TN lovers that haven't picked up either of these pairs, I can do you like a small comparison. I'm not going to do it in this video because obviously then that defeats the object of the next video. You've already then seen this pair. So obviously come back for the next video and we can do more of a comparison to see obviously which one you prefer, which one obviously takes that top spot. I know which one's my favorite, but yeah, you have to come back for the next video and you can find out which one I like more. On a little side note as well, quality control on this pair, spot on. There's actually no glue marks whatsoever. I've scanned the pair, you know I'll always cover the glue marks. I'm not sponsored by Nike, I'm not an affiliate, so obviously if I can say anything about the shoe, negative, positive, I'll always cover that in the videos. But yeah, I mean for a TN, no glue marks whatsoever. In some of the previous videos, obviously there has been glue marks, little marks on the mesh, but yeah, this pair, flawless, absolutely spotless. So quality control on this one, I'll give it a 10. And then like we always do on this channel then guys, we'll do some close-ups of the shoe, we'll do a nice unboxing, a full review, we'll go through all the materials, let's get straight into it. So let's start off with the box. As you guys probably guessed, we've got the standard red Nike box with that white Nike writing and the white Nike swoosh. Some of you guys also like to see the labels as well. More than happy to do that in the videos. Hopefully the camera's focusing there. But yeah, that is the box, standard red Nike box. I think we all probably guessed it. And then fresh out of the box, you've got that lilac blue in TN. I mean, these are just so vibrant. It's just such a summer pair. Such a nice pair in my opinion. As mentioned, obviously if this isn't as clear as my previous videos, it's because I'm in a hotel. I'm doing the best I can. I have got some lights obviously behind. It might not be as good as what I had before, but we're gonna make do. Moving on to that outer sole. Now this one's just so clean. If you're a fan of purple colorways, especially on a TN as well, you've got to pick this one up. I mean, look at that TN logo, really stealthy, purple and black color. You have also got this metallic silver, which you find on most sort of TNs nowadays. But yeah, really, really clean this pair, especially that sort of gradient as well. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. The gradients from this sort of dark purple to this lilac color, really, really nice. Honestly, you have to pick this one up to appreciate this pair. Here's a bit of a close-up of that whale tail. As you can see, gradients into this lilac color, really, really clean. You have to pick this one up to appreciate it. What I like as well is these air units are actually in a lilac color. So matching the rest of the shoe, you've got these air units that are actually lilac as well. Really, really clean. The attention to detail on this one is just so nice. Nike have done such a good job on these. So one thing I will say, now I know I wasn't going to do a comparison, but the outer sole is just slightly off-white. Obviously on this sort of court platinum blues, it actually is a white, but the outer sole on this one, as you can see, it's just a little bit off-white. It's not quite sail, but it is just slightly off-white. I'll do you a sort of a close-up as well. But yeah, really, really nice though. I'm a massive fan of the outer sole. Maybe it would have looked better white, but yeah, I just think it looks really nice. I mean, especially this lilac colorway. I don't think I've actually seen a lilac colorway of TNs. So this one for me, it's just so clean. It's really, really different, perfect for summer. And then moving up the shoe, you've got those black suede overlays, which you can find on most TNs nowadays. You've also got this glossy black toe guard. Just sort of adds a little bit of stability there around the front of the shoe. And those suede overlays work their way all the way around to the back of the shoe. Now it isn't like a proper suede, but you can tell it is a suede. I mean, it's just not a really soft suede. If you picked up a pair of TNs before, you'll know the material that I'm talking about. Really premium though, really nice. Now we're at the back of the shoe though. I mean, just look at that TN logo, really stealthy. In that lilac color, obviously you've got the black and the white there as well. You also get a glimpse of these lilac air units, which as I said, I'm just a massive fan of. Match the rest of the shoe, it just goes together so well. The back of the shoe as well. I mean, you can see the gradient there, it's just so clean. Like, it's just so clean, this one. Here's a close-up of the back of the shoe, just so you can see that TN logo. It's just so stealthy, this one. Those colors go together really well. On the inner of the shoe, obviously the air units are these signature TN air units in this sort of red and orange color. Arguably, you could say obviously it's yellow, but yeah, to me, it's orange. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. I do kind of wish they switched this up. However, obviously TNs have been around for years. Nike aren't just going to start changing this now. This has been on many, many TNs. There's only very few that I know that they have switched this up. But yeah, obviously you've got that same gradient on this side as well. You've got the lilac air units on the inner of the shoe, exactly the same as on the outer of the shoe. It's just so clean. This one's just honestly so nice. I can't say enough good things about this pair. And then we've got the base of the shoe. Now the base of the shoe is in this sort of chain mesh, exactly the same as you'd find on the majority of TNs nowadays, but it's really, really vibrant. I mean, like, this is like bright white. These are probably going to stain pretty easily. Something that I wanted to point out there. I mean, just wear your shoes. You shouldn't really matter too much if these are going to get dirty or anything like that. You can obviously get sprays and stuff that you can spray that mesh material. I personally don't do it. But yeah, after time, that white mesh is obviously going to stain. If you're looking for a pair that's obviously going to stay in better condition, might be best to go with like an all black pair, or some of the previous pairs that I've had on the channel. Aquarius blue, something like that. Here's a close-up of that mesh base. Really premium, really breathable material, exactly what you'd expect to find on a pair of TNs. The rest of the shoe though is made of this sort of TPU overlays in this gradient effect. As you can see, it's got that sort of darker purple at the bottom and it gradients into this sort of lilac. It's just so clean, honestly. Like, this one's just so nice. Here's a bit of a close-up of the gradient effect. You can also see that swoosh. So the swoosh itself is black, but it has that outline of lilac. As mentioned, everything on this pair of shoes just sort of matches. They've really done, like, Nike have just done such a good job on this one. I have to give them credit. This one's just perfect for summer. So we'll move on to the tongue. Now the tongue itself in that breathable mesh material, exactly what you'd find on a pair of TNs. No changes there. Obviously, if you picked up a pair of TNs before, you know how comfortable that tongue is. At the top of the tongue, now the tongue tab is in a white color. We'll just focus the camera for you guys. And obviously you've got that TN logo in a lilac color, really, really clean, matching the rest of the shoe. So you've got that classic cage style lacing system that you find on all TNs. But what I like about the most is this attention to detail. So you've got this lilac lining that sort of goes all the way around that caging system. And obviously you've got these sort of, as I said, these eyelets that have this tiny little bit of lilac on them. It's just so clean. I really hope the camera's picking this up. So the inner sole is actually all blacked out. You obviously got that TN logo, which is also all blacked out. It's a black and a purple, so the camera's not really picking it up very well. This one's obviously really vibrant, but it has some sort of stealthy aspects to it as well. So I'm loving this black lining. The padding is exactly what you'd expect, obviously on a pair of TNs. Really comfortable. It's not too padded, but it's enough padding obviously to give you that comfort, to stop obviously rubbing against your ankles. As I've mentioned previously, TNs for me is just such a comfortable shoe. I've got to give that gradient some more appreciation. I mean, it's just so clean. Like, that lilac for me is just really different. It's just so unique, especially how it matches the little details, the lining, obviously the little lines on here. You've got this tongue tab. I mean, everything about this one, the color coordination, it's just so clean. Like, this is a perfect pair of shoes for the summer. The fact you can wear this one with shorts, with cargos, I mean, the fact that it's sold out, I mean, you know, loads of people are a fan of this one. Just the attention to detail as well, like the little purple eyelets, the purple gradient. It's just such a nice color. If you can get your hands on this one, I'd definitely recommend picking this one up, especially if you're a fan of TNs. And that pretty much covers this one. A little bit of a shorter review, but obviously being that I've got 3 reviews this week, I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter. I think the last video was like 20 minutes long. I know you guys don't want to watch a 20-minute video, so I think if I can hit that sweet spot of like 8 minutes, 8-9 minutes, something like that, that's going to be a perfect video. And hopefully you can see me blinking, looking away from the camera as well. I do really appreciate all the feedback, but I'll catch you in the next one. Should be 2 days, maybe even 1 day. Depends obviously what I can get done. But yeah, stick around, keep your alerts on, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in the next one.